Hi everyone, welcome back to a flower tutorial. I have been working on flowers to put on a heart, and I tried a rose and it did not work out. And as I worked on my own flower here, I realized I could make this as big as I want to. Different petal rows. This one has 4 rows of petals, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 5 rows of petals, and as you can see, it's much bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals, rows of petals. You can make up to 10 rows of petals and it will look bigger. The more rows you make, the bigger the flower. Today, I'm going to show you how to crochet the 4 rows of petals, which is this one here. It's very easy, pretty simple to work. And I wrote down what you're going to need. We're going to be working with 3 different stitches: the slip stitch, single crochet, and double crochet. And for the materials, you need a 4-ply yarn, any color you want. As you can see, I have so many colors. Pair of scissors, a wide-eyed darning needle, that is to sew in the loose ends, a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. You can also use a 5 millimeter hook since you're using 4-ply yarn. So I have a 4.25 hook right here. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll move this aside. To get started, let's bring this up. Let's make a loop. Chain 4 to begin. Single crochet in the loop. Chain 3. Single crochet in the loop. Chain 3. Single crochet in the loop. Chain 3. Single crochet in the loop. And then one more. We need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops of chain 3s. Then we're going to go ahead and pull this to close that loop. Pull it so it's taut. And that's what you have. This is round 1. Let's begin round 2. Go ahead and slip stitch in this chain 3 space. Slip stitch. And we're going to begin round 2. Chain 2. Work 2 double crochets in that space. Chain 2. And slip stitch into the same space. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Chain 2. Work 2 double crochets in the same space. Chain 2 and slip stitch into the same space. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Chain 2, and this is your repeat pattern for the rest of the round. Work 2 double crochets. Chain 2, slip stitch. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Chain 2, put 2 double crochets in the chain 3 space. Chain 2 and slip stitch into the same space. We're making petals. We have 1 more to go. Slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space. Chain 2 and slip stitch into that same space. And that's what your row 2 looks like. Let me close my window. The sun is too strong coming through. All right, there we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start round 3. To close this round, we're going to slip stitch into this chain, single crochet stitch right here. So go right in here, slip stitch, and that closes that round. You're going to turn your work around, chain 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to work single crochets and chains into these 5 spots here. This was the chain spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do is work chains there. To do so, you are going to go, let's move that out of the way, go in between here and under and make a single crochet. Chain 3, go into the next space under and work a single crochet, chain 3, next stitch under, work a single crochet, chain 3, under the next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, next stitch, work a single crochet, chain 3, and we're back to where we began, right here. And in this single crochet stitch, you are going to go ahead and slip stitch. And then we're going to turn our work around and slip stitch into this chain 3 space to begin the next row, which is row 4. Into this chain 3 space, work chain 2, and we're going to work 4 double crochets in that space. Chain 2 and slip stitch into that space. And this is going to be the repeat for this row. Go into the next chain 3 space, we're going to slip stitch into that space, chain 2, work 4 double crochets in the same space. Chain 2, slip stitch into the same space, slip stitch to the next chain 3 space, chain 2, and this is your repeat for the rest of the round, putting 4 double crochets, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the same space, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space, chain 2, work 4 double crochets, chain 2, slip stitch into that space. We have 1 more chain 3 space left, slip stitch into that space, chain 2 and work 4 double crochets into the same space. Sorry about that. Chain 2 and slip stitch. And to close this round, we are going to slip stitch right into that single crochet stitch right there. It's a little tight, so once you work, when you're working, make sure it's lighter. Perfect. This is what your second row of petals looks like. As you can see, this one will start to go down close up as we work more petals. So for row 5, we're going to do the same thing we did earlier. Turn your work around, chain 1, and into the space between these petals right in here, we're going to put a single crochet, chain 4, and to the space between the two petals here, we're going to work a single crochet, chain 4. We are repeating what we did in the previous row, except we're chaining 4. Go into the next space, work a single crochet, chain 4. Let's move that out of the way. In the next space, we're going to put a single crochet, chain 4, next space we are working a single crochet, chain 4. We complete the round by slip stitching into that single crochet. Turn your work around, and we're beginning the next level of petals. Slip stitch into the chain 4 space, chain 2. We are going to work 6 double crochets in that space. Chain 2 and slip stitch into that same space, and for the rest of the round that's what we're going to do. Slip stitch into the next chain 4 space, chain 2, work 6 double crochets, and let's work all the way to the end of the round. To complete the row, we are going to go ahead and slip stitch into that single crochet space, and then we're going to turn the work around again. This is what your work looks like at this level. These are 3 rows of petals. We're going to work 1 more row of petals. Turn your work around, chain 1, and make a single crochet in that space between the petals. We are going to chain 5 for this round, and in between the petals we're going to put single crochets and chain 5 until we come to the end of the row, of the round rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in between put a single crochet, just like we did in the previous rounds, except we are chaining 5 for this round. And Then we're going to turn the work around and slip stitch into that first chain 5 space. And now we're going to begin a repeat pattern, chain 2. And now we're going to work 8 double crochets into this space. 8 double crochets, chain 2, and slip stitch into the same space. Slip stitch into the next chain 5 space, and we are going to repeat this for the rest of the round. And that's 8, chain 2, and slip stitch into the same space. And this is the last of our petals. Let's move that behind, and then let's go ahead and slip stitch into that space, and we are done. So as you continue to layer up, this pushes it up, and this is what your rose should look like, or your flower rather. It has different layers. Now the more you add to it, the bigger it grows. The petals pretty much keep themselves focused as you keep adding to it, and that's pretty much what your flower looks like. It's beautiful. You can go ahead and sew in your loose ends, or use this to stitch it to a hat or to a blouse, whichever project you have that you want to use the flower on. This would definitely fit nicely on a hat. This small one I made for my newborn baby. So this one has only 2 levels of petals, and this one has 4. If I had used this, it would look rather too big for this particular hat, but you can always make it bigger. And that's the fun part about this, is that you can make it as big as you want to. And this one, as I mentioned, the red one is 5 rows of petals, and it's much bigger than that one. Okay, if you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the description box below. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. For my subscribers, thank you for your continued support. I am always grateful. I will see you in my next video.